What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please subscribe here and please follow me on Instagram at RussoLifts in case something happens to this channel. You can follow, message me, interact with me directly, and there's daily content on there. Hope to see you guys on Instagram. What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. So today's video is going to be addressing all the criticisms left around the injectable SARM's 22-day transformation. Now, I'm not trying to prove anything. Like, this is a documentation of what I used to progress my physique, all the side effects I experienced, and you can take it or leave it for how it is. Like, these videos are always set up to draw your own conclusions from, and they've always been like that. Some of my first SARM's transformation videos, you know, people said SARM's didn't work based on my transformations. Other people said it did work based on the gains. So it's all up to your interpretation. I really don't care. It's just a documentary. But I did want to go into some specific things that were brought up that, you know, I wanted to address and give my opinion on, because I don't stray away from criticism and I read the comments and what people are saying. I don't live in my own la-la land like some of these other YouTubers. First thing, the thumbnail. A lot of people criticize the thumbnail because it's misleading. Guess what? This is YouTube. This is 2019. All the top transformation videos use extremely edited thumbnails, and some YouTubers, every single thumbnail is extremely edited. So the whole point of the thumbnail from a YouTube's perspective is just to get the user to click on the video. So even if you're looking at my thumbnail like, this thumbnail looks bullshit, there's no way, you're still probably going to click on the video, right? And as long as the information or the footage in the video is not misleading, then, you know, the thumbnail did its job. You know, I don't really find anything wrong with the thumbnail considering how YouTube works nowadays. Next thing I wanted to address was, people were saying it was all from the test base, not the injectable YK. So I said in the transformation video that I was actually on more tests in the beginning than at the end. I actually had to lower the test because of the side effects and the higher binding affinity of the injectable YK. So in the beginning, I'll bring up the footage right now. So these clips, I am utilizing more test. The test is already saturated and kicked in my system because I went to the Olympia. I had test kicked in my system for the Olympia. So it wasn't like I just started test. It was already kicked in and working. At the end clips, these clips is less test, more injectable YK, because I was having so much spillover from the YK being faster to the androgen receptor, causing all this free test to convert to estrogen and DHT, utilizing the test as basically an E2 base, like I've talked about in my previous videos. I also wanted to present some no pump footage. I didn't do this in the video, I don't know why, but here's no pump before day 1 and 2. And then here is no pump, you know, as the cycle was, you know, blasted, kicked in. So you can see from a no pump standard, a lot of people arguing, oh, I only pick the most optimum lighting and I never show my physique, you know, out of the pump optimum lighting. You know, there's two resting completely flat different posing footages, or quote-unquote videos of me, where you can see my physique and see the change in 22 days. So I think there is a different look based on day 1 and 2 in this clip versus, you know, as the cycle was going in episode 3. Next thing I wanted to address was measurements and pictures. So people come after me about not doing measurements on my arms, my legs, all this stuff. Why I don't like doing that is because I could easily tweak and change those based on, number one, MK677 was utilized in this transformation, meaning I'm holding like so much water, and that's going to add more to my measurements than actual tissue gain. So in my opinion, that would be more misleading than just not doing the pictures. The pictures can also be, you know, formatted however I want. There's like tons of videos showing how to do a transformation picture in like an hour based on eating, carb loading, You know, if I went to the sauna and pulled water off to show more definition. Like, I think the way I had it set up where it's just gym footage, you see how I'm looking in the gym, you see if I'm looking different in the gym, and you draw your own conclusions. And I also, in this video, included no pump video footage where you can see how I looked with no pump and was just walking around normally throughout the day. If I looked any different, anything changed. I feel like that's a lot better than measurements and pictures, because they can all be altered. Whereas just random video footage of the gym and the posing footage, in my opinion, is going to show overall what it does. If I was doing a contest where I was getting absolutely shredded taking pictures every day, then I would include the pictures. But right now my body fat is high. My body fat's probably around 14%. So that means I could really start modifying by pulling water off or carb loading to make the pictures look however I want them to look. Next thing I wanted to go into was in a Facebook group. You know, I said in the video that this could be utilized in advanced gear cycles, and they just said it was bullshit. The reason why I said it could be used in advanced gear cycles is because of the myostatin effect, which I will link the study in the description below of what I'm talking about. And I've talked about it in the previous YK11 vlogs, where myostatin's the ultimate genetic limiter of how much muscle you can gain. As a steroid cycle continues, your myostatin creeps up, stopping the progress. That's why people blast and cruise or cycle, because your myostatin will eventually creep up so high that you will plateau, you will not gain any more mass, and you either need to come down to a lower level, let your myostatin levels drop, or you need to come completely off and let everything reset and your myostatin drop. With the YK11 or other myostatin inhibitors, YK11 is not the only one, you could theoretically keep your myostatin lower for a longer period of time, yielding more gains. So in my opinion, you know, it has a role. It's up to you to decide. That was just my argument and point. Feel free to argue in the comments below. The last thing I wanted to touch on is that I look natty. You know, I never claimed to have the best genetics, but in this video footage, I don't think I look natty at 6 foot, 230 pounds. But hey, that's me. There's genetic freaks out there. I'm not one of them. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Hope everyone's doing well.